Welcome to Robotica, where if you're not made of metal, I'm sorry, people, you can't be in my gang. You can't be a member, I won't allow it. I'm Ahmed Zappa, and to my left, this stunning supermodel, Tanya Levy.
Thank you, Ahmed, thank you. Tonight, 4 battery-powered barbarians will be put to the test as they compete against each other in a series of events designed to turn them into spare parts.
First up, the Speedway, a figure-8 race that puts their speed and agility to the test. Then, it's the Maze, a nasty obstacle course where maneuverability is the key. Next, it's the Gauntlet, a drag race where power prevails. Between competitions, robots can be repaired and modified to help them adapt to the next event. The 2 bots with the most points at the end of the 3 events will get it on in a gladiator-style fight to the finish.
Where the last robot standing wins! Glory, glory, glory. So before we meet our fearless warriors, let's go down to the floor where Tanika Ray is standing by.
Thank you, Ahmed. This crowd is hot, this crowd is ready, and they're ready for it to go down. Back to you, Ahmed.
Oakley dokley, let's meet our competitors. Representing the red team from Stephen City, Virginia, Jeff Cesnik.
Jeff's a software designer whose hobbies include machining metal and building bots. And his challenger from the blue team from Seattle, Washington, he's a web developer and a video game lover, Andre Anderson.
You've met the man, now it's time to meet the machines. For the red team, he's pliant, he's defiant, and his favorite movie is Iron Giant. Welcome, Critical Mass.
Critical Mass, weighing in at 201 pounds. His weapon, the Blade of Death. His design feature, a multi-chain drive system.
And his opponent from the blue team, his parts may come from the junkyard, but he'll flatten his opponents without an ounce of regard. It's Grimlock.
Grimlock, weighing in at 198 pounds. His weapon, a pincer-style stainless steel jaw. And his design feature, rebar framing.
This first event is the Speedway. Each robot will race in opposite directions around a treacherous figure-8 track. Every lap gets you 10 points, and as the robots cross paths, they're allowed to kick a little Road Warrior-style bomb. Well, so to speak.
Ooh, well, the first robot to complete 8 laps, or the robot to complete the most laps in 2 minutes, is the winner, and that is worth 20 points.
Are you ready, challengers? It's time. Start your motors. Let's do it.
Robots ready.
There's the buzzer, and they're off. A slow start for Grimlock. Nothing slow about Critical Mass, though. A little trouble controlling all that speed, in fact. You can see Grimlock slow and steady. Oh! Near miss that takes Grimlock out of bounds, and their points off for that. Critical Mass on board with his first lap. Critical Mass expertly working his way around the track. And straight into Grimlock. Big hit there. Critical Mass plagued by all that speed as it carries him into the far wall off the track. Meanwhile, Grimlock is wedged into the safety rails while Critical Mass has amassed lap number 2. Grimlock is immobile. Yes! A little help from Critical Mass knocks Grimlock loose, but it hasn't slowed this stealthy robot. Critical Mass racking up laps here. He's on to lap number 3. Grimlock just trudging along. Critical Mass still lapping it up with number 4. Critical Mass out of control, but using his speed to make up time. He's now registered 5 laps. Oh, right into the deadly jaws of Grimlock. This looks like the end. Grimlock has taken a bite out of Critical Mass. Critical Mass pushing, Grimlock pulling. But it looks like this is it, folks. Look at the power of those jaws. Unfortunately, they're no match for Critical Mass's tough shell. Look at that. There's the buzzer, and Critical Mass has to wait for Grimlock to open up those massive jaws to set him free. Critical Mass with 5 laps and 10 points each, plus 20 bonus points for a 70 total. Grimlock gets 10 for 1 lap, but he goes out of bounds, he scores nothing.
Let's go down to the floor where Tanya and Tanika are standing by.
All right, Critical Mass, how you guys feel?
I feel great.
Yeah, we think we ran a pretty good race.
I think so too.
Yeah, we just our strategy was go really fast and turn and not hit anything.
What do you think of Grimlock?
He's a pretty good competitor.
He is. So you're kind of afraid with his jaw, the whole thing at the beginning of the race?
We
We were definitely trying to avoid that.
Didn't look like you were trying to avoid it. It looked like you were hunting them down and hitting them as much as you could. Good stuff. Well, good luck. Way to go. And woohoo for the red team. Yay!
Okay, blue team. Okay, well, you ended up coming away with 0 points because you went out of bounds. But that last blow, he kind of dislodged you. You guys had a chance to chomp him.
Well, we're real afraid of actually the spike on the front and our exposed wheels. But we wanted to be able to use the jaws, and we got the chance. So I'm interested to see what happened down there. So let's go check it out.
Okay, well, good luck in the next round. You have the maze next, and we can't wait to see how he performs. Okay. All right. It's okay. It's gonna be all right. Back to you.
Okay, it's time to meet our next competitors. Representing the silver team from Los Angeles, California, Brian Posner.
Brian's a senior at UCLA and the president of the Mechanical Engineering Club.
And from the gold team, his challenger, also from Los Angeles, Eric Ostendorf.
He's a toy designer and a marathon runner.
Now entering the arena, representing the silver team, this Wedge design wonder is built for speed, and he'll stop at nothing until he's left you in the dust. Feast your eyes on the high-flying velocity of Boelter Beast.
Boelter Beast, weighing in at 163 pounds. His weapon, a deadly wedge. And his design feature, a tank-style drivetrain.
His opponent from the gold team, this aluminum droid, fires spears of death for sheer joy. You gotta love that. So the next time you're wondering if it's safe to go outside, steer clear of the mighty maneuverable Hot Wheels!
Hot Wheels, weighing in at a trim 53 pounds. His weapon, a battering ram with smooth-shaped wedge. And his design feature, a self-designed steering mechanism.
Okay, you know the deal. Most laps in 2 minutes takes it, and knocking your opponent off the track makes Amit a very happy boy. Now, who would want to disappoint me? Come on now. 10 points per lap and an extra 20 for the winner. May the best bot win. Okay, it's time to put the pedal to your metal. Let's do this, Robotica!
Robots ready.
There's the buzzer, and Hot Wheels is off like a rocket. Boelter Beast has a magnetic attraction to those rails. Both bots are doing an expert job of avoiding each other. Boelter Beast uses the rail to steer as both bots put scores on the board. Boelter Beast going for the rail again as Hot Wheels sets the track on fire. We can see some action here. No, Hot Wheels runs wild as Boelter Beast takes a wedge full of rail. Once again, a near miss as Boelter Beast eats more rail. He's got a serious appetite. And the score is tied at 2 laps each. Hot Wheels putting lap number 3 on the board, and it's 3-2. First contact! Hot Wheels taking Boelter Beast for a ride! Eric Ostendorf very happy about his bot performance. Hot Wheels drops Boelter Beast off, and both continue on their merry way. Hot Wheels puts another 1 on the board as Boelter Beast hip checks him and scores 1 for himself. It's Hot Wheels' turn to eat some rail. He seems to be stuck, people. Boelter Beast making up time. Looks like he's gonna knock him loose. He tries not to, but he pulled out too late. Yeah! Boelter Beast puts 1 on the board, and the bots are heading right for each other as Hot Wheels, drags Boelter Beast a little bit there. Yeah. Boelter Beast shakes free, and Hot Wheels puts 1 more on the board. It is 5-4. He broadsides Hot Wheels, but neither slows down at all. Boelter Beast takes rails as he ties up the score. Time is short, but yes, Hot Wheels completes his lap. A little love tap from the Beast, but you can count on that lap, bringing the final count 6 laps to 5. Hot Wheels rounds the track 6 times for 60 points, plus 20 for racking up the most laps, giving him a total of 80 points, and Boelter Beast's 5 laps earned him a respectable 50 points. And the winner is Hot Wheels. You gotta love the flame job on that bot. Let's go down to the floor where Tanya and Danica are standing by.
Hot Wheels, Mike and Mark, winners. That was awesome. You guys work for Mattel, right?
Yes, we do. Eric and Mark Mayer.
Oh, Eric and Mark, my bad. That's why it looks like a little car. It looks
exactly.
Cool.
Hot Wheels have to be fast. Hot Wheels all about speed, action, and performance. That's what we're here for.
It wouldn't be a Hot Wheel if it wasn't fast, right?
And crashing's not bad either, as you saw out there.
Well, you guys proved that it's kind of a non-contact sport. There was hardly any contact. You guys try to avoid each other, try not to get in too much damage or something?
It's always a debate. You don't want to crash right away, but we looked like, fortunately, my driving skills were doing pretty good, so we decided to have a little bit of fun as the race went on.
Right, you guys were all about business. Was it about the laps?
We're a little outside, so we're being a little bit cautious about, how hard we ram somebody right off the bat. So
exactly.
Make it last a little while.
So it's all good. We can't wait to see you in the maze. Good luck, you guys.
Thank you very
and
much.
Congratulations.
Hey! Good job, you guys. Boelter Beast, I have to ask you, what is with the little duck on the top of him?
I don't know who wants to take that. We thought it was funny. I don't know. We found it. We thought it was cute. And
yeah, we thought the pit was too serious. Way too serious.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like them. Ducks are in fashion.
Yeah.
They're in style these days. All right, well, maze, here we come. Good luck. You did a great job.
Hot Wheels takes Boelter Beast for a little ride on his back. All's fair in love and Robotica. But it was Boelter Beast's romance with those rails that cost him the Speedway. At the end of the Speedway, it's Critical Mass with 70 points, Grimlock with a big fat 0, and Hot Wheels jumping ahead of Boelter Beast 80 to 50. Caution, the following program contains scenes of serious robot destruction. Watch at your own risk. Now let's check in with our teams in the pits, where each builder will have time to repair their robots.
I'm gonna double this up.
And from the look of Grimlock's jaw, they're going to need it. Apparently, the blue team had enough power in the pneumatic arm, but not enough tensile strength in their steel teeth to puncture Critical Mass's body armor. So, while Andre does some oral surgery, let's get to know a little more about his bot. On the surface, Andre Anderson is your typical tech-savvy Gen Xer from Seattle, a skateboard fanatic who works as a web developer for a local internet company. Besides his day job, there are only 2 things that get Andre fired up.
When I wake up, I'm thinking about video games and robots.
So Andre's set to work constructing the robot of his dreams, the menacing Grimlock.
Grimlock was the leader of the Dinobots and the Transformers. If you don't know that, come on.
Grimlock is the 3rd robot Andre has built. This time he wanted to combine brutal strength and powerful steel jaws. He modeled the basic design with Legos, tested their crushing power, then roped in a couple of buddies from work to help him build the robot of his dreams.
How's it going there?
It's going good.
It's looking good.
It's made from a used electric wheelchair that I got off eBay. And it's not that fast, but it's got a lot of torque. The jaws are the main part of the robot. It's all jaws, and they're just huge.
For the special hydraulic arm that powers the jaw, Andre knew there was only one place to go: Pacific Industrial Supply.
They've got things out there that it's hard to imagine what they're really used for because they're so big.
Oh, wait, look at this. It's a real honey of a cylinder.
With the jaws in place and the building nearly complete, Andre is able to test Grimlock's great strengths. He quickly settles on a strategy.
The Gauntlet, we were just going to run through with the jaws open and break through the walls. We've got the strategy figured out for the speed race. We're just going to lose.
Despite his builder's sarcasm, Grimlock has really been a labor of love.
I decided I had to do this. It was just my mission in life. I lost sleep, I missed meals. My boss probably hates me now. He's covering for me at work. And nothing else mattered but making this robot work.
Indeed, with Grimlock's sturdy design and jagged jaws, Robotica competitors should beware. Underestimate this city slacker at your own risk. He might literally take a bite out of you.
Okay, for the maze, this has got to go. It's dragging, it's doing this no good. Drive backwards to get over the bumps.
As Andre's team takes some of the bite out of Grimlock, let's check in on his opponent.
It's puncture a hole through. I don't think it went through. Yeah, didn't go through. Yeah, but I don't think it went all the way through. Right. So we should still be watertight.
Yeah,
there shouldn't be a problem.
That's good.
Looks like it was just a flesh wound, so while Critical Mass double-checks its watertight seals for the maze, let's find out some more about the men behind its muscle. Life moves at a slower pace in the rural town of Stevens City, Virginia. The way of life here is good for some, but not necessarily for Robotica builder Jeff Cesnik.
I have a 20-second commute. I work out of my house. My job's very tedious, writing code, sitting in front of a computer all day long.
So when he needs a break from the keyboard woes, Jeff Cesnik retreats to his garage where robots are the order of the day.
I'm out in the garage with a welder and a grinder and saws. I like to work with my hands, so it's a natural thing for me, basically. I'd say it's probably a good aggression release.
To help him blow off steam, Jeff enlists the aid of fellow robot enthusiasts, AJ and Brian.
And that right there is just a little too loose, and that's too loose.
It's kind of one of those things where we just started welding stuff together and, oh, well, that looks about right. And it just kind of grew. We really didn't have any set plans as to what it was going to look like.
Designing a complex robot without a game plan can be a daunting task. But from this craze of circuitry creation came the robot's very identity.
Well, the name of the robot's Critical Mass. One of us was in a conversation and said something about how this project had reached critical mass, and at that point, it just kind of stuck. Like, oh yeah, okay, that's what we're going to call it. We knew we had to be fast for the figure eight, needed to be maneuverable for the maze and the Gauntlet, and we had to be slow and torquey for the fight to the finish. Well, the only way to really to accomplish that would be to have variable gear ratios that we can swap on the fly, which is exactly what we did.
With sizzling speed and a sturdy construction of tubular steel, Jeff and his cohorts couldn't be happier.
I'm delighted with the speed. It's fast enough, and it's also torquey enough.
Bots beware! Critical Mass is hands down the fastest machine in this Robotica competition. Okay, it's time for competition number 2. That's where we send our little robotic mice through the maze. But to get to the cheese, you gotta get to the middle. First, they'll have to scamper up this steel ramp where what goes up must come down. Then, they'll have to use their heads, literally, to plow their way through this roadblock. Next, they're up a creek with a paddle. 2, to be precise. Poking holes in robots is danger du jour, so watch your back. But don't forget your front end, because these speed bumps will teach you a lesson in alignment. So get your wheels pointed in the right direction, give it the gas, and look out, or the guillotine will get you. And finally, a water hazard that can wreak havoc with your wiring. For this competition, drivers will operate from these elevated scaffolds. 15 points will be awarded for each obstacle successfully navigated, and 25 bonus points will be given to our winner. Now, entering the arena, ladies and gentlemen, representing the red team, Critical Mass. And his opponent for the blue team, Grimlock. Now it's time to burn some rubber. Do it for me, do it.
Robots ready.
Critical Mass is off to a strong start. No problem with the ramp. There's Grimlock, looking a little less menacing without his jaws. Critical Mass kisses that roadblock goodbye. And pounds the paddle. 1, 2, nothing to it. Grimlock's still back at the ramp. He seems to be stuck. Critical Mass gets turned sideways and takes those spikes at full force. Ah! There's Grimlock desperately trying to free himself. Critical Mass races forward, takes the speed bumps, dodges the guillotine. Yeah, baby. A few more speed bumps, and it's up the ramp, through the fall, and to grandmother's house we go. Critical Mass makes it look easy, baby. As Grimlock and Andre share a moment of utter frustration.
Critical Mass clears 5 obstacles at 15 points each, plus 25 for reaching the center first, giving him 100 points, while Grimlock does nothing and gets nothing. Yes, yes! Critical Mass, you rule. You are the winner. Let's go down to the floor.
Congratulations, Critical Mass. That was a shutout, 100-0. That was amazing. You guys blasted right through that. Was that easy?
Yeah, it was pretty easy.
Look at the cockiness on his face. What did you guys do in the pit in order to prepare for this round?
Well, actually, we blew a motor running the figure eight. Yes, we did. When we got hung up on Grimlock, he stalled our motor, and we wound up burning it out. So we replaced our motors, tightened our chains, and that was pretty much it.
I saw the second paddle there. That was the only problem you had in this round. Looked like you got a little caught up on it.
I thought the spike was in it, but it wasn't. He just got twisted a little bit, got it straightened out, kept going.
Okay, congratulations. The next round is the Gauntlet. Are you guys ready for that?
I believe we are, yeah.
Any modifications?
I don't think so.
Well, we got a very confident team here. We'll see you in the Gauntlet. Congratulations.
Critical Mass takes this competition by the horns, showing the ramp who's boss, while Grimlock shows he's going nowhere. Those paddles were the only obstacles that put Critical Mass in his place, but not for long. Grimlock's frown telling all as Critical Mass crosses the finish line and spin drives his armor. Let's go down to the pits and see what Hot Wheels and Boelter Beast are doing to prepare for this event.
They came right on top, and they just sat there. I always thought a car was gonna like jump over us or just something like that. But they were like balanced. They were balancing on the top of us.
Looks like all that colliding is only going to cost Hot Wheels his pretty little paint job. So before they do some detailing, let's find out a little more about these designers. When they're on the job, Eric Ostendorf and Mark May are paid to think like kids.
Mark and I enjoy doing things that make people go, wow, that's cool. We have certain opportunities to do that in our job.
Even at the end of the day, it's all play for this deft designing duo.
I think that could win. We have fun designing toys until 5 o'clock, and then suddenly we're on robot time.
And when it came time to choose a name for their robot, they didn't have to look far for inspiration.
The robot's name is simply Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels is about action, crashing, and speed and performance.
Part of that performance will come from one of Hot Wheels' most unusual features, a custom-designed steering system.
This is a much smaller robot from a previous competition, but this shows our drive system here. You see, there's 2 different separate rollers here that spin around in a carriage. These wheels are not powered; they're just free to coast along.
But not everything on this robot is serious. In fact, some components are just fun and games.
Toy guys like to keep things simple, so we use rollerblade wheels here because we think these are very durable. We have a very beefy drive motor back here. This is actually a drive motor out of Power Wheels.
Once these wheels are engaged, look out for this bot's ferocious front end.
I myself have never been a fan of the Wedge car. At first glance, that's exactly what our car looks like. It's just another Wedge. The front half of our front Wedge can actually be driven up electrically, so we can use that as a battering ram. Hopefully we can spring that up with these valve springs.
With boys and their toys, the most fun is planning the weapons.
I still like that.
And what could be cooler than a flamethrower?
Lift his wheel off the ground so he's immobile. And torch him. Just like that. Toast.
The flamethrower and Jaws didn't make the final bot, but there's still time for a surprise or two.
It's our job to sort of kind of push the envelope maybe from a creative toy aspect. And if we can make a few people kind of scratch their heads and say, wow, there's a creative use for something that hasn't been seen in a robot before.
And hopefully that's just what their competitors will think when Hot Wheels rolls into the arena. They're small, they're speedy, and they've shown they can stand up to the baddest of bullies. But what modifications will they make when they tackle the almighty maze?
We're going to strip off this lower skirt so we can have clearance to get over the board. So we have to prop our door up to the proper height for ramming that big box out of the way because we're going to have a lot of trouble with that big box.
While the Hot Wheels team strategizes about ground clearance and energy displacement, let's check in on their opponents, Boelter Beast. Looks like the UCLA boys are eliminating their modular Wedge and going for a simple box drive for the maze. As these confident co-eds get to work, let's learn a little more about their machine. Brian, Matt, and Simon are typical UCLA engineering students. They study, they hang out, and they tinker with their toys. Lately, these gearhead undergrads have embarked on a new mission, though. A mission to claim glory from the Robotica gods.
The name of our robot is Boelter Beast. It's named after our engineering building, Boelter Hall. And I think one solid piece that's gonna muscle a lot of competition off the platform.
To manufacture that muscle, 12 members of ASME, the UCLA chapter of the American Society of Mechanical Engineers, crafted an ingenious yet simple plan.
We decided that a tank drive system was going to be the best way to go because, one, you got all 4 wheels spinning, so you got good traction.
We can make our wedge design drop down so we can get really low profile. Yeah, that's so nobody can get under us in the last part of the battle.
It's just built so ruggedly, really basic design, built for strength.
A simple design, detachable wedges, and teamwork. These are UCLA's greatest strengths in their quest for glory.
Same things with the Gauntlet. Spent about, I guess, what do you say, 2 or 3 weeks coming up with the design, 2 weeks ordering the parts, and 2 weeks building it. Yeah. So we did it really fast.
Yeah.
And my grades are going to suffer.
With their most valuable asset on the line, will the Bruin team have what it takes to ace the Robotica exam?
In 2 days, we went from base plate and some motors and parts to like a fully functional robot. And that's what really is great about the power of a team, is that we can all come together with one focus and one direction and like, get it done, and get it done well.
And as the machine's aluminum chassis starts taking shape, so does Boelter Beast's personality.
Front of it looks like 7 knives, and then the back of it has this part that comes to a point, so it's pretty mean looking. It looks really vicious.
The 12-member UCLA crew, the largest team entry in Robotica, is primed to claim their place in the Robo-Combat Pantheon.
I really want this to work. I want to make it to the finals. I want to whoop some ass with our education. That's like 170 pounds of education right there.
Yeah.
All right, the score to this point is Hot Wheels over Boelter Beast, 80-50. Let's go down to the maze and see what tactics Boelter Beast will take to square things up. Now, 15 points will be awarded for each obstacle successfully navigated, and a 25-point bonus for the robot who gets to the center first. Now, remember, the robot to reach the center wins, but getting there is half the fun. Ladies and gentlemen, representing the silver team, Boelter Beast! And his opponent for the gold team, Hot Wheels. Okay, get your gadgets and gear and show us what you got. Robotica, babies.
Robots ready.
Hot Wheels having no trouble with the ramp. And Boelter Beast is close behind. Looks like he's lightened up his load by removing his wedge. Hot Wheels getting a little hung up on the box. Trying to make a hole there, baby, but he's underestimating his size. Hot Wheels has passed the box and pinned himself under the panel. Oh! Boelter Beast makes it past panel number 2, but he can't seem to clear those bumps. Hot Wheels hung up under panel number 1. It looks like his designers never anticipated a problem with this obstacle. Boelter Beast still having some clearance issues. Ah! Hot Wheels is through, but it looks like he's having the same problem with panel number 2. Boelter Beast is still stuck at the speed bump. He's just tearing that wood apart, but to no avail. Hot Wheels has turned around and is going through the second panel backwards. And he's through, and he's caught on the speed bumps. Boelter Beast, on the other hand, still having no luck at all. Hot Wheels is working his way towards the guillotine. He's in a very dangerous spot there. Oh, that got him, baby. And it looks like, yes, it got him again. That's gonna hurt. Boelter Beast still giving it the old college stride. He's just chewing up the speed bumps. No luck yet. Those speed bumps have proven to be a real hazard in this competition as both bots continue to struggle with it. speed bumps. It's just the bot and his waterfall. Who will win? Boelter Beast still having no luck. Hot Wheels tries to make it up the ramp. He's so close, just a little bit further. Boelter Beast is stuck, so he decided to help out by making toothpicks out of the speed bumps. It's all up to Hot Wheels. This event is his for the taking. Eric Ostendorf is still trying to get Hot Wheels up that ramp, but the water has made the floor very, very slippery. There's the buzzer. Looks like neither of the bots was up to the challenge of the maze. It's Hot Wheels clearing every obstacle but the waterfall at 15 points apiece, which gives him a total of 60 points. And Boelter Beast beats on the speed bumps, taking in 45. The winner is Hot Wheels. All right, you got a sweet paint job. Let's go down to the floor.
All right, Hot Wheels is the winner. Hot Wheels was smoking through that round. You guys, that was awesome. I saw you do the teeter-totter, but you got a little stuck in the paddle.
We have a kind of a wedge-shaped vehicle, and the paddle unanticipatedly gave us a little bit of problems.
It was very creative how you got through that round.
We have to be creative at Mattel.
You went backwards. Did you plan on having to do that?
Actually, we knew from the speed bumps we were planning on going backwards over those, and when it was apparent that the wedge was kind of jamming in the paddle, I just kind of sort of tried that halfway by accident.
Well, you guys are really close in this round, so you could still come out ahead and winner.
Hot Wheels is all about crashing, and there's a big safe at the end, so we're going to give it all we got.
All right, I can't wait. Hot Wheels is smoking. See you in the next round.
At the end of our second competition, it's Critical Mass over Grimlock 170-0. And Hot Wheels leading Boelter Beast 140-95. Ah, yes, the final event in our first round of competition is the Gauntlet. Two identical tracks, two very different robots. First bot to cross the finish line wins, but it wouldn't be Robotica if we didn't add a special psychotic twist. And here it is. 5 obstacles. The further you go, the harder they get. Your adventure begins as you pass through the looking glass, straight through the looking glass, babies, and into a mound of metal cans. Now, before you can say recycle, you'll go head-on into a solid brick wall. Shake it off, walk it off, because you've got a date with concrete right in the nose. And finally, the combination to this safe is speed and power. Push this sucker across the finish line, and you've successfully run the gauntlet. Now, each obstacle is worth 15 points, and the winner will receive an extra 25. And now, entering the arena, representing the silver team, Boelter Beast! And his opponent from the gold team, Hot Wheels! Okay, it's time to kick some robot butt. Good luck.
Robots ready.
And they're off. Hot Wheels smashes through the glass cans and bricks, only to find himself wedged under the rails. He gets out of that quickly, makes a mockery of the cement, and it's on to the safe. Boelter Beast has his wedge pre-attached for this event, and it's just carrying a ton of debris. Powerful motors push through all the cement blocks, even with all that added weight. Both robots working on the safe. The powerful Boelter Beast making more progress. Hot Wheels just doesn't pack enough punch. Hot Wheels moving it a little at a time. While Boelter Beast gains ground with each crashing blow. He's close down. Yes! There's the buzzer! Brian and Abby are looking on in absolute amazement. They pulled it off.
That was great.
Way to go, guys! Boelter Beast wins the gauntlet, but it's Hot Wheels that's going to go on to the finals. Still, this is one very proud UCLA team, and they should be. Congratulations, guys. And it's Boelter Beast blasting through at 15 points a clip, plus 25 bonus points, giving him 100. While Hot Wheels gets hung up at the safe, breaking in a total of 60. So close, which means Hot Wheels is moving on to our final round. Well, boy, to the finish. Let's go down to the floor. Hello, Tamika.
Well, this is not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, Hot Wheels, you had a pretty strong beginning there. I saw your strategy. You're going in on the sides. The other team was a little stronger, but the good news is that you are going on to fight to the finish.
Exactly. We're very excited about that. Like you say, we had a little bit different strategies. We angled in on the sides, which, physically speaking, might be easier than barreling through the middle. Since we're kind of a narrow robot, we don't have to, break down the entire wall. But we also have one little surprise that might make the difference in fight to the finish, too. So even though we weigh about 1/3 of what some of the other robots do, we're looking forward to the fight.
When you got to the safe at the end of the race, did you think that you were going to be able to move it at all?
We didn't expect to be able to move it. I gave it about three or four center punches just for good sport, but we figured if we could get there. Actually, I was pleased we actually made it there before the other people, so we just kind of sat there and put on a little demonstration show about what we could do. But like I say, fight to the finish, look for one more trick from Team Hot Wheels.
Well, we are looking forward to it, and good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, it's time once again for the final event in our first round of competition, the Gauntlet. Representing the red team, Kritical Mass. And his opponent from the blue team, Grimlock Hungry, Grimlock Smash. Robots, get your micro switches in motion. Let's do it, baby!
Robots ready.
Kritical Mass off like a rocket. Man, that robot is fast. Grimlock takes off with a sharp left through the glass and smacks into the rails. Kritical Mass completely off the ground and going nowhere quickly. Grimlock frees himself and polishes off the rest of that glass. Now it's onto the can. He pushes his way through those bricks, followed by the cement blocks. Poor Kritical Mass. First rule of Robotica, people. If your wheels ain't on the ground, you ain't going anywhere, baby. Andre Anderson trying to keep Grimlock out of trouble and off the rails. It looks like he's got a can back. There's nothing left but the safe. It looks like Grimlock's trying to sneak by. No such luck. You gotta move that, baby. It's the only way to win. Looks like he's wedged in there pretty good. Still no movement from Kritical Mass. Grimlock's not going anywhere. Kritical Mass spinning the blades of death to no avail. The buzzer sounds, and that'll do it. Grimlock finally puts his first points on the board, but it was too little, too late. Grimlock smashes through 4 obstacles at 15 points a pop. That puts him on the board for the first time with 60 points, while Kritical Mass pushes through 3 obstacles for 45, which means Kritical Mass is moving on to the fight to the finish. All right, let's go down and talk to our finalists.
Okay, I know you guys might have had a tough round of competition, but the good news is that you are going to the next round, fight to the finish. How great does that feel?
Oh, we love it. We can't wait.
All right, you're excited.
Use our blade o' death this time. Can't wait.
Well, we can't wait either. We're looking forward to that one. Okay, good luck, you guys.
Thank you.
Robotica, the few, the proud, the machines. All right, we've got 2 finalists in place. 1 more to go, and we're headed to the final competition, the fight to the finish. The winner of this match will be the only bot to walk off this 16 by 16 square alive. Our high wire warriors have to push, pull, and plow their opponents off the side of the platform and straight into the scrap heap. Our first finalist, representing the red team, Kritical Mass. And his opponent, representing the Go team, Hot Wheels. Look at Hot Wheels. Looks like he's added some sort of secret weapon in the pits. Finalists, are you ready? You better be ready, because this is the real deal. It's do or definitely die time. Robotica.
Robots ready.
Hot Wheels net right over Critical Mass. Hey, I guess that's their secret weapon they were talking about. Critical Mass just rams Hot Wheels right into the rails. They better not hit Hot Wheels too hard or he just might take flight. Hot Wheels seems to be caught up in his own net there as he tries to escape Critical Mass. Critical Mass introducing Hot Wheels to the rails at every turn. Ooh, but now the Blades of Death want a piece of the action. Jeff Cesnik is a hunter, and Hot Wheels is his prey. Creepy face from Jeff Cesnik. When the Blade of Death connects with something other than the rail, we're gonna see some real damage, baby. Hot Wheels just trying to use every bit of that platform to evade Critical Mass, but it's not working. Critical Mass is too fast and too maneuverable. Plus, that net isn't helping any. Critical Mass just punishing Hot Wheels. You're a naughty robot, naughty robot. Hot Wheels trying to keep his distance. Critical Mass just toying with him. Ooh, he's got the Blade of Death going, and there are pieces flying everywhere. Awesome. Yes, Hot Wheels is on his back. Nothing to do but sit and wait for the rails to come on down. Not wanting to disappoint, Critical Mass gets in a few hits for good measure. Perhaps now is a good time to point out Hot Wheels' unique steering system since we can see it so well. And down go the rails. One flick of the blade, and it's all over. Hot Wheels taking the plunge. Critical Mass spits for joy because he's moving on to the Robotica Championships at the end of the season. Way to go! The winner is Critical Mass. All right, way to go. Let's go down to the floor.
All right, Critical Mass, the winner. All the destruction happened before the gates even went down. You almost tossed him over the rails.
That's what we were going for.
Did you make any modifications from the last round to this one?
Well, yeah, we switched the blade control, so we had a little bit more control over the blade, so we could go forward or reverse. So.
You know, we've been waiting all day to see that blade. It was awesome.
We've been waiting to see what happens.
All right, Critical Mass.
Critical Mass hitting him hard and hitting him often as Hot Wheels trips over his own net. When in doubt, shake him with your Blade of Death and toss him on their back. Down come the guardrails, and it says good night, Hot Wheels. Good night, Hot Wheels. Next time, former bots will have their shot at a trip at the Ultimate Championship. Who will be the last bot standing? Find out when Robotica returns. Well, that's it for me. I'm Ahmed Zappa, and on behalf of Tanika Ray and Tanya Memi, goodbye from Robotica.
More Robotica next Saturday night. Here next tonight on 5, another foursome take on the sands of time and tasks to Desert Forges in about 70 seconds.